Storybook endings, fairy tales coming true.
Deep down inside, we wanna believe they still do.
And our secret is heart. It's our favorite part of the story.
Let's just admit we all wanna make it too. Ever, ever after. If we just don't get it our own way. Ever, ever after. It may only be a wish away.
Start a new fashion, wear your heart on your sleeve.
Sometimes she reads what's real just by making believe. Unafraid, unashamed, there is joy to be claimed in this world.
You even might wind up being glad to be you. Ever, ever after. The world will tell you it's not smart. Ever, ever after. The world can be yours if you let your heart believe it. Ever after. No wonder your heart feels its flying, your head feels its dancing. Each happy ending's a brand new beginning. Let yourself be enchanted, you just might break through to ever, ever after. Forever could even start today. Ever, ever after. It may only be a wish away. Ever, ever after. I've been dreaming of a true love. It's forever, ever after.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Okay, sorry. Hello, everybody, and well. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stage Talks Into the Woods Day Camp. I was a camper this week at Into the Woods Day Summer. Oh my gosh. Okay, my friends and I spent the week learning a very special pre-show just for you. And since you chose to come see Into the Woods tonight, you get 2 shows for the price of 1. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our version of Into the Woods.
Pew, 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 take that, evildoer, and that.
You'll never defeat me. Mwahaha.
Yes, I will, just a few minutes in.
Ah, what?
Come on, what's going on here? I think we lost power.
Hey guys, is your power out too?
Yep, it sure is.
can be whatever I want to be. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me.
I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl, men go mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be.
I'm a slave from Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru.
I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea.
I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous kind of sport, and yet it's fun. And at night I sally forth to seek my quarry, and I find I forgot to bring my gun.
We are lost in the jungle, all alone and unarmed, when we meet a lioness in her lair. Glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
Using imagination is easy. Let's all try it together.
I see a forest.
Me too.
Me three.
Yeah,
it is. Well, shall we go for a walk?
Yeah!
Look at that.
That's really cool.
Guys, it's getting a little spooky around here.
All these trees, there could be some pretty scary stuff hiding around here.
Some pretty scary stuff indeed.
What do we do? Ooh, I learned about this at survival camp last summer. Never smile at a crocodile. No, you can't get friendly with the crocodile.
Don't get taken in by his welcome grin. He's imagining how well you fit within his skin.
Never smile at a crocodile. Never dip your hat and stop to talk a while. Never run, walk away. Say goodnight, not good day. Clear the alpha, never smile at Mr. Crocodile. You may very well be well bred. Lots of etiquette in your head.
But there's always some special case, time or place to forget etiquette. For example,
Never smile at a crocodile. No, you can't get friendly with the crocodile. Don't be taken in by his welcome grin. He's imagining how well you'd fit within his skin. Never smile at a crocodile. Never dip your hat and stop to talk a while. Never run, walk away, say goodnight,
Now I'm the queen of the swingers, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me.
I wanna be a man, come and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be like you, ooh, ooh. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, too, ooh, ooh. You see it's true, ooh, ooh, and ain't like me. Can learn to be like ooh, ooh, man, too, ooh, ooh.
Hey kids, will you taste to be just like you? I don't really know what you're talking about.
Now don't try to kid me, man, come. I made a deal with you. What I desire is men's red fire to make my dreams come true. Give me a secret, man, come. Clue me what to do. Give me the power, a men's red flower, so I can be like you. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be like you, ooh, ooh. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, too, ooh, ooh. You see it's true, ooh, ooh, and ain't like me. Can't learn to be like someone like me. Can't learn to be like someone like you. Can't learn to be like someone like me.
Look, monkeys, we've had an awesome time hanging around, but I think we should get back home. I bet the electricity is back on, and I've got some awesome video gaming to do.
Aw, come on! We can play video games any day, but today we are seeing talking monkeys.
Yeah, before today I had no idea what exciting adventures I could take within my imagination.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been.
Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. If I'm here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be.
And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm.
on the street. These woods are reserved for the next 2 hours. Some kind of fairy tale musical.
But according to my calendar, these woods are free for imagining all next week.
Great! I can give that crocodile a piece of my mind. And we can play with more monkeys.
Thanks for teaching us all about our imagination. We'll never be bored again.
No problem.
Bye! Bye, guys. I gotta go set the table for dinner.
Me too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night, Mr. Crocodile.
Once upon a time,
I
in a far-off kingdom,
wish more than anything,
lived a fair maiden,
more than
a
life,
sad young lad,
more than jewels.
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life,
I
with
wish
his wife,
more than anything,
more than the moon.
I wish
The king is giving a festival.
more than
I
life,
wish to go to the festival.
more than riches. I wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had a child. I wish.
you wish to go to the festival.
the poor girl's mother had died.
Are you Cinderella?
But you, Cinderella, the festival, the king's festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife a woman with 2 daughters of her own. All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart.
Oh, welcome in, little girl.
I wish. It's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please. To bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please. Thank you. Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
And you're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Here. Now don't stray and be late.
Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know, she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods to grandmother's house and home before dark.
And save some of those sweets for Granny.
Jack, on the other hand, had no grandmother and no father. And his mother? Well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no! He's the best cow!
She's given us no milk for a week. We've no food, nor money, and no choice but to sell her.
But Milky White's my best friend in the whole world!
Look at her! There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Fetch the best price you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes, no more than 5 pounds?
Less than 5. Now go.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, or at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own, and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
empty.
The witch from next door.
The old enchantress told the couple that she placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when your mother was with child, she developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddlefoots, and lettuce. I said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in my autumn in the garden one night. He was robbing me, harassing me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up my rapier, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him. Right there. Could have turned him into a stone, or a dog, or a chair, or a snuff. But I let him have the rempy and I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister!
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister. Not even that her name was Rapunzel.
I thought I'd been more than reasonable, but how was I to know what your father had hidden away in his pocket?
What?
Beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang! Crash! A lightning flash! And that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last a big day came, and I made my claim. Oh, don't take away the baby! They shrieked and screeched, and I did. And I hit her where she'll never be reached. And your father cried, and your mother died. And for an extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not mollified. And I laid a little spell on them. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one. So, there's no more fuss and there's no more seeds and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same. I tell kings and queens, would you ever mess around with my greens? Especially the beans.
Then the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed, I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1, the cow is white as milk. 2, the cape is red as blood. 3, the hair is yellow as corn. 4, the slipper is pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight. In 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child could be. Go to the wood.
Ladies, our carriage waits!
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? You'd make us the fools of the festival and more to fly the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone. Oh.
Good night, Father. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
It's 6 beans.
I wonder if they're the...
Oh, the witch's beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you are not to come, and that is final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember. The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow as white as milk, the cape
And so the
red
baker
as blood,
reluctantly set off to meet the enchantress's demand.
as pure as gold.
As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival. But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know, I'll visit Mother's grave, the grave at the hazel tree, and tell her I just want to go to the king's festival.
The woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how, the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
To the woods to potion.
Go to the festival.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king, sell the cow, to pay the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And home before dark.
Cinderella lay a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often, and wept so much, that in many tears it watered it, until it had become a handsome tree.
I wished.
What child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish. Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Silence everywhere, Milky Way. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack!
How do you know my name?
How much you asking for the animal?
No less than five pounds, sir.
Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans!
Come along, Milky Way. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine. So grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
Further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your
Mother
time.
said straight ahead, not to delay or be
But
misled.
slow, little girl. Hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay, bringing my like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Ow!
It's hard to come to that little girl in the red cape.
Oh, get the little girl and get the cake! That's the cake! Get it!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you just take it! My Rapunzel! Listen to that beautiful music.
I'll never get that red cape, nor find that golden cow or the yellow slipper. Or was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow? Oh no.
Cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as...
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the wood. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
No, the spell is on my house.
A cow as white as milk.
Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
I was heading toward market, sir, but I seem to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
What are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds?
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
Well, then I suppose that my mother and I will have no food to eat.
Beans. Beans! Oh, we mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
Huh?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans in exchange for my cow.
Oh, well, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
You'd be likely to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. We must leave one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth about £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly. Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans? Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home!
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic, who knows?
Take the cow. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker went after the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose its beauty to the outside world, and so locked it within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And whenever the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth,
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me!
Rapunzel. Rapunzel, what a strange but beautiful name. And fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath her tower and say, and ask her to let her hair down. To me.
Hello there, little one. What might you be doing with that beautiful cape? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I love a red cape like that.
You look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
No, please give it back! I don't like to be without my cape!
Forget the little girl and get the cake! Get the cake!
I just wanted to make sure that you really love this cape. Now you go to your granny's and make sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day. Ugh.
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want to tell or not? Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more. I need that cape!
And so the baker, with newfound determination, ran after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Good day, Grandmother. Oh, Grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
Oh, but Grandmother, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, my dear.
Oh, but Grandmother, what a big, wet, terrible mouth you have.
All the better to eat you with.
With his appetite appeased, the wolf took to a nice, long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Grandmother. Ah! What is that red cloth I see in the corner of your mouth? Looks to me to be a piece of... Ah! Look at the red cape from within your stomach!
What a fright! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf!
Kill the devil!
Granny!
Quiet, childless evil must be destroyed.
Well, I will leave you to your task.
Don't you want the skin?
No, no. You keep them.
What kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker!
Mother said straight ahead, not to late or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, then I really got scared. Well, excited and scared. And he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never wanted to know. And now I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your face in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers, even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Mr. Baker, you've saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes, maybe my granny will make me a cape out of the skins of that wolf.
Thank you.
And so the baker, feeling with a second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than ever, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only adults would exchange a cow for beans.
Mother, no!
To bed without supper for you.
little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
Ugh. I've never lied to royalty before. Oh, well, I've never anything to royalty before. Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival? Yes. Oh, aren't you the lucky one? If a prince were pursuing me, I certainly wouldn't hide. Well, tell me about the ball. It's a very nice ball. Yes, and? And? They have far too much food. No, the prince. Oh, the prince? Yes, the prince. If he knew who I really was. Oh, who? I'm afraid I was rude. Ooh, wow. Now I'm being pursued. Yes, and I'm not in the mood. Well, are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve? Perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread, what I wouldn't give to be in your shoes. Will you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage. I mean slippers? It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky. Is yours gold? I must get home. Wait! I need my shoes! Oh, come back here!
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you've left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you'd never dare, 'cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you've made a friend and all, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small, someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below as the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Oh, good fortune, sir. Look what I have here. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
Now, where is Milky White? You said I might buy her back.
I know, but I'm not certain that 5 gold pieces
Are you saying that you wish for more money? Here, keep this. I will go fetch more.
What? I didn't say... 5 gold pieces? With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. Or a new thatched roof. Or a new chimney.
Because you buy yourself a child.
Who are you?
How badly do you want a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I've not thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. The money's not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Wait! Stop! Come back here! Give me back! What are you doing here now?
I see you've the cape.
Yes. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to entrust her with you.
She might have just as easily run from you.
But she didn't!
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please, go back to the village. I will make things right. Then we can just go about our life. No more witches, or dim-witted boys, or hungry little girls. Go.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I wondered where you'd gone. I have been looking all night for her, the beautiful one I danced the evening with. Where did she go? Disappeared. I too have found a fair maiden. She lives on the top of a tall tower that has no doors, no stairs. And how do you manage a visit? I stand beneath her tower and say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let your hair down to me." And then she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her. Rapunzel! What kind of a name is that? You jest. She is true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince. Does that make sense? None would run from us. Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach. High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you, if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach, always 10 steps behind, always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must
must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. No, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a boy answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one partial to a white cow.
He's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again.
Well, I've not seen your son today.
I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Jack! Jack!
Moo! 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 Moo!
Moo! Looking for your cow?
Where'd you find her? Hello?
What are you doing?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I am here to see that your wish is granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
Excuse me for this. Hello. It's these slippers. I'd say those slippers were as pure as gold.
Yes, they are all you could wish for in beauty.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for just one. One is not likely to do you much good. I must run. And I must have your shoe. I need that shoe to have a child. And I need it to get out of here.
Where did she go?
Who?
Don't play the fool, woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in a ball gown. Oh, she went in that direction. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel. Thank you.
You have the cow.
Yes, I have the cow. We have 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where'd you find it?
I pulled from a maiden in a tower.
3.
Oh, and I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've 1 entire night left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure. More sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through.
When the journey was rough, it took you. It takes two of us, it takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, who can tell if you do? It takes two, we've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who minds what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods, just the two of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust, it takes just a bit more when we're done. We want four, we had none, we got three, we need one, it takes two.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Oh, Providence, my Milky White!
Look what this hen just dropped in my hand.
A golden egg! I've never seen a golden egg before.
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir. Now I'm taking my cow.
I never said I would sell.
But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
You said I could have my cow.
I never said you could. I said you might.
You would take money before a child?
The Milky White is dead.
2.
Two midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Oh, here. Give them this. Tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then resign yourself to a childless life.
All right, I feel it best that you go for the cow, as I have encountered a maiden with a golden slipper these previous eves, and I feel I might succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine.
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 Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections before her prince could whisk her away.
Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor?
It was lonely atop that tower.
I gave you protection, and yet you disobeyed me.
I'm no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me.
Princes wait there in the world, it's true.
Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home.
I am home. Who out there could love you more than I? What out there that I cannot supply?
Stay with me.
will not share you. But I will show you a world the likes of which you've never seen! Ah!
After casting Rapunzel out to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns in which he fell into pierced his eyes and blinded them. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares. And I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there. But there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes. And from out of the blue, and without any guide, know what your decision is, which is not to decide. Or just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe. And then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with the shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace.
Don't come any closer to me! Please just hear me out. We have nothing to discuss. You have attacked me once before. I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here is a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean?
Nonsense! Don't do that.
I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet can simply not bear to give up another.
I need that shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Well, does it make any sense that you're running from a prince?
Stop!
Here, take my shoes. You run faster.
Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
Ow!
And I have the slipper we've all fought. Oh!
I will give this to the prince, and we shall search the kingdom tomorrow for the maiden who fits the shoe.
It's mine. I don't care.
Give her the slipper and all.
I'm the maiden slipper, and I have succeeded in obtaining the other.
Give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Shut up.
Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort, and we only need one.
Yes.
If he's been crushed, well, then there's nothing any of us can do about that now, is there? We must be off. I need my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Doesn't anyone care that a giant has fallen from the sky? You found the objects? Yes. That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me. Oh, well, she is. She is. This cow has been covered with flour.
Well, we did have a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Of course I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead one, and I'll bring it back to life.
You could do that?
Now! Ah!
There you are. I've been worried sick.
Mother, look.
Look at you.
The most beautiful harp.
Shame on you. You've stolen too much.
She's too heavy!
What's happening? Milky White! Now I have my friend back, and I'm rich.
Quiet! Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed the objects to the cow. Oh. 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 Yeah, fill this.
Oh, I'll do it. She'll only milk for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients! You can forget about a child!
No, we followed your instructions. 1, the cow was as white as milk. 2, the cake was certainly red as blood. 3, the slipper was gold.
And 4, I compared the hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
You what? I touched that hair! Don't you understand? I couldn't have touched the ingredients!
The corn, the corn!
What?
The silky hair from the corn. Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow. Quickly!
This had better work, old man. Or by the last stroke of midnight, your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now.
Yes! Now, meet your father.
Father! Could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son, but you just see
It's working!
She's milking.
I don't understand.
Now, into the cup! Son! Son!
Father!
All is prepared! Ugh.
Dead.
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, having been cursed with age and ugliness, the night her beams were stolen and the lightning flashed, was now restored to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with a now wealthy Jack. As for Rapunzel, She remained impoverished in the desert until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. And when he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms weeping. 2 of her tears wetted his eyes, and their touch restored his vision.
I was going to come and fetch you as soon as you'd learned your lesson. This is who I truly am. Come with me, and we will be happy as we once were. But you are the only family I know. Come with me, please. Fine. You give me no choice.
As is often in the way of these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her powers. As for Cinderella's prince, he began his search for the foot to fit the slipper. When he arrived in Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful, my toe. Darling, I know. What'll we do? You'll have to go, but when you're his wife, you'll have such a life. You'll never need to walk. Lovely.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain and joined the prince to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true.
Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to try on the slipper.
Oh, why won't it fit? Darling, be still. Cut off a bit of the heel and it will. And when you're his wife, you'll have such a life. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. But, once again, the prince noticed the blood trickling from the shoe. And when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I see your prince has found you. Yes. Oh, thank you for the slipper.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after.
Ever after.
Journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after.
Ever after.
All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away. All is tenderness and laughter for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after. Joy today and bliss tomorrow, tenderness and laughter.
Be happy and forever. You can see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do. Who is fearful, who is deep those ugly neighbors the path. If you want your wish, you can have your wish, but you can't just wish. No, to get your wish, you go